This is 5 Minute Feng Shui Podcast episode 153, Water, the Element of Transformation. Welcome to the 5 Minute Feng Shui Podcast, where each week I talk about how to move energy and make money. You'll learn how to create a prosperous home and an abundant life using classical Chinese Feng Shui. I'm your host, Katie Weber, publisher of the Red Lotus Letter, Feng Shui Easing for Wealth. Each week, I'll cover Feng Shui topics that can help you improve your life, share inspiring stories, and always end with 3 easy-to-implement Feng Shui tips that you can put to work right away, and usually in about 5 minutes. Now let's get started on the 5 minutes that could change your life. Hello, my Feng Shui friend, and we are here again on another week of 5 Minute Feng Shui, talking all about water. We've got a brand new year coming up with the Year of the Tiger and a brand new set of energies, and those energies are transformational ones. That's because we're talking about the water element, and we're going to dive into, pardon the pun, or actually pun intended, dive into water as an element and how you can use it to create transformation in your life and overcome obstacles. This is an element that has, there's so many sides to it. There are a lot of sides to it. We're going to talk about all of them. We're going to talk about how you can use the element so that you can create change in your life. You can create flow and movement again, because I don't know if you've been like everybody else with that big stuck kind of feeling like we have with the pandemic that's been going on the past couple of years. We've all been kind of stuck at home, haven't we? Well, I think the big dam is going to open up here in 2022, Year of the Tiger. Really excited about that because I am working on the Year of the Tiger forecast as we speak. I'm excited about the Tiger coming in. It's going to be a lot of shifts and a lot of changes. I think we're going to see so many profound changes coming up, and some I'm excited about, some I'm not so excited about. But you'll have to wait to hear all about that in the forecast and in my success pack. I hope that if you're new to listening to 5 Minute Feng Shui, this is something that I do every year, is write a forecast. And one of the things I love to do is to look at the Feng Shui energies and how they're going to manifest in the world. So I don't just look at Feng Shui energy from, hey, your room, the door is here, and put a frog over there, and that's your command corner, da-da-da. We do that, but we also look at the space as it relates to time. We look at your house as it relates to time, because time is not static. It's fluid. It's flowing like water. So we're going to be talking a lot about that coming in the coming weeks here on 5 Minute Feng Shui. And I am working diligently on the Year of the Tiger, which is also my zodiac sign. So excited about that. And I'm going to be talking about the Year of the Tiger this episode, also in upcoming episodes, as we start moving away from the Year of the Ox and start moving toward this new energy. And this is going to be, I think, an exciting year. And it'll be fun, too. You'll get to go along with what's happening and what the changes are as the weeks tick by and we move closer and closer to February 1, which is the Chinese New Year next year, or Lunar New Year of the Year of the Tiger. So we've got lots of great stuff to talk about in the coming weeks. But for now, we are talking about water and using it for transformation and overcoming obstacles. But before we get into that, I want to say hello and make a little shout out to Alice in Hamburg, Germany. She sends a really nice note to me that says, very warm greetings and a virtual hug from Hamburg, Germany. See, this is what you do. You make me feel as if I know you, and I'm sending you lots of positive energy in return for all your inspiration you've given me so far. Please don't stop your podcast ever. I am really so happy to hear your very kind and very loving words, Alice, and I send you a big hug back from South Texas. A hot one, too. Hot and sweaty hug from South Texas. No, it's not hot and sweaty, but I do thank you, Alice. That's so sweet. And then from Janet from the UK, there is a sadness about her note because she says that she's trying to cover areas or understand relationship of feng shui and depression because she's having a hard time driving out these depressive and negative thoughts. And I just hope that you're feeling better now, Janet, and that you have maybe sought some help and gone to talk to a friend or a clergyman or something. I also have an article on my website, and it's about depression and feng shui. I think it's a really helpful article. So if you know somebody who is having some depression, please do talk to them and maybe send them that article. Sometimes just making a shift in your environment helps you see things differently. And that's one of the great things about feng shui is that it is an encouraging art is what I'd like to call it. It encourages you by making changes and shifts in your outer world to make changes and shifts in your inner world. And that can be done. It can help a lot. And one of the biggest and easiest ways to do it is just take all your pictures off of the wall and put them all up in new places. It takes you out of your rut. We get into these sort of energetic ruts in our spaces, and that gets us into an energetic rut in our minds. And if we can change that external view, we can change our internal view. So hopefully that's helpful for you, Janet. And I do hope that you talk to a friend about it. And if you can, drop me a note. Let me know how you're doing. In the meantime, let's get started talking about, speaking of change and transformation, water. This is part of a series of podcasts I'm going to be doing about elements and the effect that they have on you and the effect that they have in our environment and how that ripple goes outward into our lives. Now, today, we're specifically talking about water because next year is year of the water tiger. It is a yang water year. So I'm expecting lots of big stuff, even things like tsunamis. We might see some major weather shifts and patterns that we see some major changes in our oceans. And I am hoping and praying that these are good ones because we certainly need them, and the earth needs us to step up and do better, for sure. So let's talk about how water relates to you in your life. Now, obviously, one of the most difficult things that we face in our lives a lot of times is when we need something new to happen. We feel like we're in a rut. And what we need is some kind of a transformation. Now, you may want to create a whole new life or maybe start over after a divorce or illness or job loss or a pandemic. Maybe you just want to create a new look for yourself because you're tired of what you see in the mirror. Maybe it's your weight, your hair color, or simply where you live that makes you unhappy. Maybe you just have that need for a change that gets you out of that terrible state of feeling stuck. Well, water is the element that you need to assist you with that change. Water is so powerful for transformation. Water is what we're nourished in and that we're born out of as babies in our mother's wombs. So think about that. Water has that ability to both insulate us and protect us as well as help us transform. Because think about it. We're little water breathers, aren't we? We're like almost like a little fish when we're inside that watery cocoon inside of our mothers. And then her water breaks and out we come. It's it's a breaking of water that makes us go from being a fetus to a human being in the outer world that changes us from being water carried to being out in the world, out of water. So these are really important aspects to think about when we think about how can we create change in our life? How can we create transformation and get ourselves out of situations that are trying, frustrating, feeling stuck, that kind of thing. And this is where we talk about water. Water is also one of the elements that is most like chi. Qi is that unseen energy that flows, the unseen river that flows through every space, through every part of the world, the universe. And water is considered to be like the mirror of Qi because it's seen, whereas Qi is unseen. Water flows like Qi flows. So when you think about how energy flows in a space around your office or maybe in your home or in your yard or garden, you want to think about if water were in your space, where would it flow? Where would it go around? Would it find a block? Would it run away? Would it run off? So when we want to think about energy flow, we want to think of it like water, that it flows smoothly and fluidly and easily, neither too fast nor too slow or runs off. Also, that's a very important thing. We want Qi to be very nicely flowing and smoothly, just the way we want water to be too, right? Because if it's too fast, then it's a raging river or a torrent, some kind of tsunami that just clears away everything in its path. Yet if it's too slow, then it can be stagnant water. And stagnant water is water that is devoid of life. It's yin water. It's still water. So when we think about Qi or we think about water, we always want it to be smooth and flowing, easy flowing. And that is going to always be the best Qi and the best water. Now, when it comes to using that energy to create change in our lives, water has the power really to wipe the slate clean and deliver us a new reality. This is what I love about using the water element. So let's just talk. I mean, think about, you can have one drop of water in a pool that's still, and it will create ripples across a wide expanse. So let's talk about some of the ways that you can use water to create change and transformation in your life. Now, one of the easiest ways that you can use water is when either the one move in. Now, what does that mean? So every year, all of our energies, they all change. Just like we know every year is a different year, right? We change our calendar. Why wouldn't energies change, right? So when we are thinking about the type of energy about water, we're looking at the one star is a star that is associated with water. Comes to visit your bedroom or your front door, you will often find yourself in a completely different situation in the next year. That means has the power, it can change, it has the ability to transform things. The one star means there's going to be movement in your life. So when you see that come to your front door or you see it in your bedroom, you can always expect that there's going to be some change. If you want to make this more powerful, you can add water. Wherever the one star goes, you can add water there. So a fountain is great. You can even have water symbols, or in particular, the element that helps inspire or produce the one star is metal. Metal is a very powerful element for creating more water out of the one star. The one star sometimes will move to your zodiac sign. So for instance, if this year is a year that you are a horse, then you're in luck because the one star means change for you. So for instance, I know a horse and she's moving across the country, and this is a big change for her. This is and this is the type of thing that the one star can do, is create that type of big change. So when you have that one star come to visit your zodiac sign, you can pretty much count that there's going to be something very different about the coming year. So let's talk about where that one star is moving and which zodiac signs are going to be seeing that kind of transformation. Well, next year it's going to be the rat. The rat is a water element sign, and it has been dealing with a mountain of dirt. The 2 star has been parked on top of the poor little rat, and the rat has probably felt pinned in place like a butterfly, that they pin insects, Anyway, probably has felt pinned in place all year long, stuck, unable to move. And this is going to be a year that the rat is going to be able to break free, because in 2022, in the year of the tiger, the rat will have the one star coming to visit. So rats, if you have felt just tired and worn out with feeling stuck and like you just have been up to your waist in concrete, Well, that's all about to change in 2022 when the tiger comes in. You're going to love the tiger because it's going to get you out of that rut. Now let's talk about some other years that are coming up for zodiac signs. In 2023, the sheep and the monkey are going to be seeing the change. The one star is going to be moving there. So in 2023, sheep and monkey, get ready for some big changes. Let's see, in 2024, the rabbit's going to be seeing the big change in 2024. Now let's talk about changing in terms of feeling like you're on the short end of the stick. You know, life can feel sometimes like you're working really hard to get somewhere, and others just seem to be leapfrogging ahead of you. Have you ever noticed that? Now, when the one star visits your front door or your bedroom, it opens up the opportunity for you to jump to the head of the line. That's because the one star is also called the victory star. So whenever it flies to your bedroom or your front door, this is the year when you can throw your hat into the ring and come out ahead. So enter competitions, submit your resume for a new job, enter a contest, and put your name into consideration for new jobs, a new plush apartment, maybe a bank loan for a mortgage, or any place where you can compete with others. This is where you will shine. In fact, you will outshine the others. This is what is so beautiful about this energy here, is that it helps you to overcome and overtake the competition. So with that one star on your side, you can see yourself move ahead quickly, and it's just the perfect time to take advantage of the type of energy that is going to push you quickly ahead. It's sort of like when you've been on one of those log rides and you're in at the amusement park, and they're just and your log is going down the hill and down the slope, and you're splashing, but you're zooming ahead with the power of water. And that's the difference that one star can make, and it can help you get so much further ahead than if you were in your little rowboat, right? So it's a whole different kind of energy, and it's really nice too, because it's nice when you feel like you're getting ahead, and you're getting ahead easily, and you're outpacing the competition. That feels really good. Now let's talk about how important it is to use water. Water is the essential ingredient for the one star. So to activate it, you often will need real moving water. Now, if you'd like to create a shift in your life, just add some water wherever the one star visits. Now, you can do that with actual real moving water, like a fountain. You can do that with water symbols, such as a conch shell, a picture of water. You can also do that with metal objects. We always want to make sure to check the annual energies every year to see where the one star is and how to fully activate it. Now, in 2021, the one star is in the south, but metal is the preferred element for activating the one star. And in 2022, when the one star heads home to its north corner, metal is still the preferred element. So when it moves to southwest in 2023, well, a flowing fountain will be the best benefit that you can add there, and it'd be really great for women in particular. So look at actual water. Whenever you can get actual water, but make sure you check those annual energies. You know, I'll always keep you up to date on what you need where. So be sure to check in with me, and you'll find out, is it metal? Is it going to be moving water? Which one do you need to have to activate that one star? Now, water is the element that improves both health and wealth, because, well, health is wealth, right? Isn't it? When you don't feel good, it doesn't matter how much money you have, because money really is not the object when it comes to wealth. I mean, obviously, money is wealth, but when you have good health, you are capable of doing anything. When you don't, it doesn't really matter how much money you have. So let's talk about how important water is for both of these items. When it comes to making better health or creating better health, water in the east corner of health is where you will always want to activate. This is a natural home for water. Why? Because this is a wood corner. And how do we make plants grow? With wood, this is water, right? We want to water plants. And that's the east corner of health is a great symbol for health, is a beautiful tree, beautiful plants, and these are the elements of good, solid, strong growth. And water helps the element of wood, and water helps, then the wood helps the element of health. Now, when we talk about wealth, we're talking about the smallwood sector of the Southeast. That's the wealth sector. When you need more money, you need a raise, you need better returns on your investment, the Southeast is where you always want to look. This is the corner of the dragon, big, big energy. And a fountain here is especially auspicious and really help generate more wealth, more income, better returns on your investments, and also good health too. And it taps the spirit of the dragon there. The dragon is the power symbol of the zodiac, and this is the element or the symbol of growth, of health, of wealth, abundance, free spirit. It is a beautiful symbol. So the Southeast is always a great area to activate with a fountain if you can do that. And that can be indoors and outdoors. Really love to see people add water to their landscape. It's so beautiful to have water in the landscape in the form of a fountain. It's beautiful to hear. It's wonderful to see. And just one quick note, though, about fountains, and that is to make sure that you always have a fountain that shows a collection and a generating place. So, for instance, if you have a fountain, you never want to have the type that looks like the disappearing ones, where you have like an urn and it flows over the side and it just disappears into rocks. That is wasted water. Because think about it. What if that was your only source of water and it was just running off into rocks? It would be wasted water. That's wasted money. That means money that gets thrown away for dumb reasons. And we have them, right? We have dumb things that we do with our money. There's no doubt about that. But we never want to waste money, and we never want to waste water. That's why it's always important when you have a fountain to make sure that you have a point where it generates, like the bubbling part where the water comes up, and then you have a point where it collects. So maybe you have a big basin underneath the urn, or the urn is sitting on top of a large collecting area. We want to see generated water and we want to see collected water because it represents income coming in. And it also represents income that is amassed, wealth that is accrued, and that is so good. You know how it feels when you look in your bank account; it's flush. It feels great, and that's what we want with our fountains. We want to see water that's accumulated as well as water that's generated. Now let's talk about when your nerves are on edge. This is a great way to calm them. Is to have more water, and to use water as a way to calm the stress and strife. Water is a natural insulator, so drinking more water helps you manage the changes that bring down kind of tense emotions. So having a water fountain too, or some kind of a water feature in your garden is a great way to add calm and soothing water sounds, and giving you that hearing that trickle of water is such a natural relaxer. If you can get to a beach or a swimming pool, spend some time relaxing there, drink more water, be around water. And even visit water. A vacation near water is always so healing. And it's a great way to clear your mind and sort through decisions, or maybe become clear on what you need to do to move forward in life. Now, you may have remembered that I recently went to Hawaii. I spent a lot of time at the beach and a lot of time in the water. Water is something that is a tonic for me. It always kind of brings me back to this sort of equilibrium. I feel like I'm in a good place, and a place where I can think and where I can, soothe those jangled nerves that we all get from time to time, because, life is demanding, is it not? And if you can get to visit some water or go to the pool, anytime you can get into water, be around water, do that. It's a great way for managing stress. And it's also good for helping your mind, clear your mind, and for making decisions based on a sense of calm. And that's really, really important. Now let's talk about another way that you can use water. Maybe you can't get to Hawaii. Maybe you can't get to the swimming pool. You're in Minneapolis, or you're in Hamburg, Germany, and it's cold. But let's talk about what you could do, and that is to use like a flower water bath. I love this idea and this ritual of using flower water to help to purify and to cleanse, tension and stress. You can just soak in a warm tub of water. It's a great way to relax, and it gives you, helps you kind of cleanse yourself of negative feelings and give yourself a calming lift. Now, if you're feeling dispirited or feeling down, use a flower bath. All you have to do is add the petals of 7 types of flowers to represent the 7 chakras. And you can include flower petals that are white, blue, red, pink, yellow, and purple. You can have green leaves in there as well. You may even want to add a few drops of lavender essential oil and just let the flowers sit in there and take a bath in that flower water. This is an especially powerful ritual to use at the full moon, too. You can add flower petals to a large bowl of water and then let them sit overnight, all night in the moonlight on the night of a full moon. And then the next day, add the flowers and the water to your bath. The flower bath will leave you feeling so refreshed and recharged and will help you if you're in a place where you're ready to make a personal transformation. Maybe you're about ready to make a big change, like moving or changing to a new job. Maybe your relationship, you're ending or letting one go. This is a really nice ritual to help you kind of add that, create a moment for yourself that recognizes it and helps you sort of to let all the water take all that change and stress and tension away. So there you go. We've been talking about the 1 star today and how it is the element of water and how it can help you overcome obstacles and help you create transformation. As always, I want to leave you with those 3 tips today, and that is watch the 1 star for your zodiac sign. If your zodiac sign has the 1 star, this is the year to put it all out there. Put your name and throw your hat in the ring, put your name in the drawing, enter contests, apply for a new job, do those things that you wouldn't normally do without a little daring. And this is the year you can dare. For the rat coming up in 2022, boy, that's a lot of twos. In 2022, the rat has got the 1 star coming for you and lots of change. You are going to be moving. You won't be stuck under a pile of dirt any longer. You are going to have a great year ahead of you. Now, if you have the 1 star at your front door or your bedroom, tip number 2, make sure you activate it. You can activate it with real water symbols, but I especially like water and metal elements. Metal elements are easy because you never have to worry, is water going to be a problem here? And by adding some metal, you will activate that 1 star. So make sure that you get some moving metal like a pendulum clock or a fan, maybe a pretty tinkling wind chime. This is a beautiful way to tap the 1 star. Now, the 1 star, where's it moving to? It's moving to the north in 2022. In 2021, the 1 star is in the south. So we've got a few more months. We've got until February 1 when Feng Shui actually changes. Actually, February 4th is when Feng Shui actually changes, and the 1 star is going to be in the south. So if you have a south door, you have a south bedroom, a south home office, this is a year or two, or you've got these few remaining months to make some big changes and stick it out there. Stick yourself out there. Apply for that job. All right, so we talked about sticking it out there. One is the element of water. And water creates health and wealth. Tip number 3, add water to your environment. Make sure you have some kind of water element or symbol in the east and southeast corner of your home, especially in the southeast or east portion of your garden. This is a great way to tap energy for health, for wealth, and for change, and also for growth. These are the growth areas. East and southeast represent growth. They represent the element of wood, and wood is, well, what do plants do? Well, they grow. So if you want some growth, which is a good way of getting out of a rut, is to grow out of it, make sure that you add some water in the southeast and in the east corners of your garden and home. All right, there you go. One more week of 5-Minute Feng Shui underway. We're going to be talking more about the elements as the year of the tiger draws ever nearer. Very excited to talk to you about the year of the tiger. And I want to know what is important to you. Do you have a burning question about the year of the tiger? I'd love to know what that is. As I write the forecast, it helps me when I hear from you about what you want to know about and what is interesting to you and what you want to know about the year. So, if you could really quick do this very small favor for me, it's only one question, and that's what is your burning question for 2022 in the year of the tiger? If you could answer that for me, just answer that one quick question, I would be so grateful. You can go to tinyurl.com. That's tinyurl.com/2022 question. tinyurl.com/2022 question. Thanks for letting me know what's on your mind because I want to be sure to answer those questions in the coming weeks and leading up to 2022. Thanks a lot, and I will talk to you on the next episode of 5 Minute Feng Shui.